Hey friends, I'm 𝗏𝗏𝗁𝗁, the BZB stamper, and welcome to Step It Up Stamping. In this video, I'm going to show you how to start with a very simple card and then step it up with extra layers, techniques, details, all sorts of things, so that you could create your own stamping journey where you feel the most comfortable. Let's get started. Today, I'm using the Autumn Trees bundle, which is in the 2025 Stampin' Up! Holiday Catalog, and the absolutely gorgeous Gathering Together paper. This is a specialty paper. It has gold foil elements that are just absolutely stunning. And we're going to make a very, very simple card and then a not so simple card. So let me bring in. This is our Busy Bee card. This is a card for when you're a beginner or you just need a card in a hurry. I've been stamping for 30 years, and I would say that 90% of my cards would fall into the Busy Bee category, because when I want a card to send, I want it in a hurry. I love rubber stamping because I'm really into instant gratification, and that's what Busy Bee cards are. Now, this card, we're basically using a card base of early espresso. We're using very vanilla cardstock. Now, this particular stamp set does not have sentiments in it. So I brought in one of my favorite sentiment stamp sets, which is Simply Said. And I decided to go for a masculine birthday card because I have a lot of those in the fall. So these were just perfect. So in the directions, I'm going to show you exactly how to easily stamp this tree. But basically, because it's all one image. So basically what I did is I just used my Crush Curry ink pad, and I just inked the top part, what I like to call the canopy of this tree. And then I took sponge daubers and I sponged early espresso wherever there were the branches, including down in here. And then I sponged in a little bit more Crush Curry ink, again with a sponge dauber, because I had to get really specific about where I was adding color. So sponge daubers are rather small. That worked better than using a blending brush. And then I stamped the deer, or the buck, if you will, in early espresso, colored them in with our medium deep blend markers, and I was done. Very, very simple. 2 ink pads, Crush Curry, early espresso, couple of blends, and I was done. Okay, so that is our quick and easy card. Now let me bring in our worker bee card when you want to add just a little bit more work to your card. And this card actually is pretty easy. It's the exact same technique that I did here on the Busy Bee card. The difference is what I added to it, and I love what got added to this. I've brought in the beautiful Gathering Together designer paper. You can see this is sort of a basic beige. I'm trying to get this close up so you can see this paper. And then this is the strip that has the gold foiling on it. Isn't that gorgeous, friends? Oh my gosh, so, so pretty. And then the exact same technique. And then to end it, I don't know how well you can see these, but these are the streaked dots. Hard for me to say, streaked dots. And they just added a little bit to that card. Basically, this is the exact same card. It's just stepped up with designer paper and some other embellishments. Really pretty card. This is a card I definitely would make and send because it was super simple. Okay, I'm going to bring in our over-the-top Queen Bee card, and I want to make a little confession. This is not an easy card. If you are a beginner or even kind of beginner stamper, please, I don't know that I would try this card. I'm worried you might get frustrated. It is a bunch of work. It's not a card, I have to admit, that I would make very many of, but it is so beautiful that it's worth the time. So let me show you this card. This is a fun fold. Before I open it up, I'm going to start with the tree. The tree was done the exact same way this tree was done, except that it was die cut out with the autumn trees dies, which are amazing. The deer was cut out with the autumn trees dies. And then I know it's going to be hard to see, but there was a third element. I call it canopy leaves. I don't know if you could see it. It's right here. There's one here, 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 and they're all cut out. And I sponged those with Daffodil Delight. I wanted to add a different depth of color. So I've got Crushed Curry here, and I've got Daffodil Delight here. So that took a little bit, but that wasn't too hard. What I want to show you is the inside and the fun fold of this card. Beautiful. Let me kind of put it this way so you could see it. And it looks deceptively easy, but it was not. And let me go back and show you these dies again, if I can get over to show them. It's this die right here that we used. And what I did is I cut this bush and I put it behind this little rock hill thing. And then I just want you to be able to see that because these are the two dies we used. And that's what created this. So what I did is I cut the early espresso cardstock higher so that I started cutting it out. The deer ears were right at the top of the cardstock. And then the other thing I did was I scored both of these. And I wanted to make sure that you saw that I lined the die up right where in between the two deers. Okay. So when I lined the die up, I lined it right in between those two deer. And the reason why that was so important is, can you see how that has to close over? So yeah, it's not hard once you do it one time, but the first time it wasn't easy. Okay, so the other thing is the back early espresso panel has a mountain fold and then it has a valley fold. Okay, so mountain it goes up, valley it goes down. But then this little strip here was exactly the opposite. It starts with a mountain fold and has a valley fold. And that's so that your card can close. I have complete instructions for you on how to do this, lots of pictures. And then the other thing I would say is you really want to make sure that when you glue your tree down, you're only gluing this half of the tree onto your front panel. You don't want anything glued into this middle panel or your card won't open. So just like that. I don't want to be misleading. It's not difficult, but you really have to pay attention to detail. And I will say that after doing it once or twice, you'll be a pro. It won't be that hard. But let me turn it this way too. This is upside down, so you can see how these are opposite each other. And that's what allows for that fold. Okay? All right. So let me go back in and bring in all of our cards. We have the Busy Bee card when you need a card in a hurry. We have the Worker Bee card, which is actually my favorite this week. I really, really love this card because I love the paper. I just think it adds so much detail to the background. And then we have this spectacular Queen Bee card. For those of you that are very confident in your card making, you're not going to have any trouble, but I will say that this card takes a bit of work. So there you go, my friends. Please let me know in the comments below which one is your favorite and which one you'd be most likely to make. 9 times out of 10, the Queen Bee is your favorite card, but you'd be more likely to make the Worker Bee card. That kind of information really helps me as I move forward, making more of these videos. Okay? All right, my friends, have a great week. I will be back next Sunday with another Step It Up Stamping. Talk to you soon. Bye.